Okay, hi, welcome back to my channel. Glad to see you. This video has been a long time in the making. Well, the book has been anyways. I started making this a while back for a sweet girl I know that just had a baby, and I wanted to make something special for her, but something also that she could share with her little girl. So this is what I made. Some people have been following along in the tutorials, and if you'd like to do that, there's some on my channel. I will try and link one or two of those in the description box. So anyway, the final is finally here, and this is what we ended up with. It is the usual, typical size of a 8.5 by 6, 7. By the time everything squishes down, it's about 6.5, 6 wide. So, and it ended up with about a 2-inch opening side and about a 1.5-inch spine. So it's not too gator mouth, but it did get a little bit fatter as we started adding bits and pieces. So the front cover has this beautiful tatting on the edge, on the binding edge, and a gorgeous handmade crocheted doily. I believe I was calling it something else, but embroidered. I think I called it embroidered, but it's crocheted. Obviously, I don't crochet. Anyway, so let's get into it. This just has a beautiful little ribbon that wraps around, and to close it, it just wrapped around that button that's on the crochet doily. So this book, I wanted it to have some texture for feeling things, and I wanted it to have a lot of inspirational quotes, and I wanted also lots of spaces for note keeping, and thinking that she can keep records or little memories of her little girl as they grow up together, and or whatever she wants, I mean, she can do that kind of thing and give it to her when she's older, or just be inspired herself. So I thought this was a beautiful cover piece, and it says, "I surround myself with positive and loving people." Now, throughout the book, there are a few of these little fairies that have been stamped on gold, and you kind of gotta turn the page to see them. So, like, fairies are fairly elusive, so you got to be able to believe to see. So yeah, that's just a cardboard cover, and then we open it up, and it is made out of 2 signatures that have been sewn in with the pamphlet stitch. Showed that in the tutorials as well. And each signature has about 12 pages in it, and there's lots of ephemera that's been added. So I'm going to get rid of these, I think, because I found these that I want to put it in its place. So the theme in here is butterflies and garden flowers. These cute little girls that are named after flowers, as well as a little bit of a fairy garden theme. So it's just a little card, and like I say, I'm not quite finished some of these things, but I really wanted to get this done so I could show it. So let's just go through that part, and I will show you what I've done. There's a pocket here. There's just a big envelope here. I'll have some ephemera in there for them to add stuff as they go through with the book and through the years. There's a number of these little butterflies that our wings are not they're not secured tight, so they can fly off the book at any moment. Let me just get you up just a touch here. I'm trying to make the desk so it's reasonable. Don't look past. There's all kinds of stuff on here, which is what happens, right, when we craft, so that's okay. So yeah, so I started, oh, I forgot to tell you, on the corner, I made some little corners on the corner of the front book. And there's some little sequins that have been added through the book as well. Just add a little bit of bling that a fairy would bring. There's also gold splatters as well throughout the book. And some fairy wings. So, I'm not going to go through and explain what everything is. If you want to know, watch the tutorials. But I will maybe just point out things like this embroidered crocheted edge die cut. And then some beautiful rose images. And there's lots in this book. So basically the idea I thought with this book would be to include the little girls as the basic main focus, along with the flowers. And there's lots of colorful flowers in here as well. And then make use of this doily 3D embossed folder. That's a Tim Holtz product because it's just gorgeous. And then provide lots of tuck spots so that I could add extra things like other little girls that are on cards. And some of these little girls have a motivation in the back as well, or inspiration. And then I've also included these little cards here. And there's many, many of these. My life overflows with happiness and love. And then there's been dyed on the back, and little space for notes there. And then here, what I've created is I've put some books behind in the back, pictures of book spines. And then I've created tuck spots for these things. There's fabric. And it goes on. There's more, another rose, another fairy. There's some little fairies. There's some stamping in here, some gold. I've created a few pages like this that have little pages for flip notes. And then there's a little texture here. It's a ring. It's a star swirl. So you could feel that. I want her little girl to be able to feel. And she loves art stuff too. The girl I've made this for. So she's, I think she should be able to really appreciate some of the things that I've put into here. And it took me a while. I started when she was pregnant, and I just finished. And the baby's been here for nearly a year. Oops. But I wanted to do it right, and I wanted to be feeling like I was ready to do it when I was doing it. I actually had started on a different one for her, but then I switched over to this one. So there's a little seed package and a little envelope. And then a little pocket there. And this is just a little pocket here. So you could put, whoops, anything in there. There's safety pins, little safety pins. Oh, I didn't show you that on the front. I'll do that when I get to the back, to the end of wrapping it up. I'll show you the closure a little bit more. But there's throughout, I've put a lot of the little safety pins. They don't use safe diapers, pins on diapers anymore, I know. But I just thought that the pins look kind of cool as a little antique touch. Some little bugs, more of that little tatting, and this is an embossed little pocket I made there. Here we have, let's put that one in there. Here we have a little clip, paper clip. that you can see from both sides, and you don't see the paper clip. Like hidden paper clip, I think they're called. That'd be a good name for them anyway. And there's more fairy paper. There's some of those funky flowers. And I just thought that these went well with the whole fantasy thing of the fairies. And lots of texture, lots of things to feel. There's the back of that clip. There's another little butterfly, wings up. And I got, under this little clip, I got a little alphabet add-on. And yeah, gorgeous colors. Gorgeous colors. And textures. That page is cool, eh? There's some blue as well. I had just pink in here, but then I thought, well, you know, girls like blue too, so. I mean, it's my favorite color. So I always put some blue in there as well. Here's another little girl, little garden girl. Garden girl. There's some sequins, crochet fabric. And there's the book spines. And behind that one, I've got a large card. And it's got another, I deserve the best and I accept it now. And so that can go in there. And I've got these just hanging out a little bit. So, and I've got the same little black and white behind some of the pieces that I've put in. There's some more of that doily at the back. There's each of these pages is constructed similarly with a doily in the back, little girl, and some flowers, and then some embellishments on there. So, and here's another little inspiration card. Positive life, and the only afraid the best in my life. I'm not sure what that says. Here's another little girl. So and that one's a card, and like I said, some of them have little things on the back as well. Inspiration, and then those can go into here. On this page, I have just a little flip and a space for writing. I'm going to add some photo corners so she can add little, if she's got pictures of her little girl growing up or whatever together, she can add those to this if she wants to. And then in this is the center of this signature, and I did little tabs on the ends of the binding strings, little music notes with hearts on them. And then there's a little, as well as this books with the spines, I did a few little book covers. This is The Language and Sentiment of Flowers. It's an old book, and I just added a piece of paper in behind that she could make a note on. Here's another beautiful envelope, and I'll have some goodies inside of that. There's another little front book page, and space for writing. It's all been colored, and that can fit in there. Nice big pocket here. And there's that paper I said that's matching the edges of this. And flip that over. This one page has got a little trim on the bottom, little lace and some material, and it flips up. Space for writing. On this one, there's a little tiny tag here. Little girl. And a couple of little tags in there. Another one of the little girls. And some more book spines. And some material. And in here, there is another little book cover. And some paper. And I just put a little clip on there. And stuck that in there. Some of the corners are folded. I love the blue, the background of this paper, so pretty. as well. And I kind of debated when I was making it whether, you know, about covering most of it up with these, but in the end I did. There's another fairy page, rose on it, some funky flowers. Another tuck spot, little girl card with a quote on it. Thankful to get to live another day. My thoughts and words and actions are always positive. And there's some nice, beautiful book spines. I love those. I thought the colors went so nice. And then even without these things in there, I mean, take all of these out and just put her own little notes in there if she wants to. And another page, and this one comes out, and there's one there. And that just tucks in there. And on this page, I created a envelope tuck spot. Space for writing. And that just tucks into there. And that flips over. And there's a little file folder here, space to write. And there's a tuck spot pocket here. And this little page flips up. And this, I love this. This is one of my favorite pictures of this little hummingbird. And he just tucks back in there. And there's some wings. Wings again. And there's some of these little botanical labels as well. And on this page, one of the first tutorials, I made the butterflies that are the Tim Holtz, I think they're 3D butterflies or something like that. They're textured and beautiful. So again, he's not fully attached, so he can fly. There's a little card in here. There's some little hearts on it. Whoops. She's a sweetheart. They both are. And there's some little bows and buttons. There's a little fairy. There's a little bird. There's a few birds in the book. Not a lot, but of course if it's a garden you're going to have birds. So there's a little tag hanging on the, what do they call these? Tags. Tags on a tag. And there's a little antique bell. And a little label with a butterfly. See if you can see that. And there's the little girl, another little girl. And another couple of little girls and quotes, cards. Spines, book spines, and another larger inspirational quote card with room on the back. And that just tucks in here. I'll have some close-up pictures at the end if you want to get a little more of the detail, and because there's so much on here, it's hard to see it all in a flip, but I do want to get through the pages. So butterflies, funky florals, and there's a little waterfall. There's some textured laces and whatnot at the top. Here's a note waterfall for more notes. I did some stamping on the back as well, and on the edges they've all been inked, and some of them have been painted gold as well. So, and that's the end of the first signature. And another cool rose, some texture. Second signature, more lace, buttons, another tab here, Tree of Life, and a little mini tag here, and little fairy page. There's room for writing on all of these pages. And this one, of course, I've got the little girl, and I've got a couple of another couple of little kids cards, quotes on the back, inspiration, a little card here as well. And behind the book spines, I have a little book that I made, and that's just a beautiful little book. This is linen paper, very nice. So a little book for her to make some little notes in. And I just slip that in there behind these layers and layers and texture. So beautiful. And there's a little tag in here, space on the back. And there's the Goldenrod Fairy book. That's just a book cover. And I made a little pocket on here, and that tag fits in there. And then it's a bigger pocket here on the side. Another quote card. I am peacefully allowing my life to unfold. Oh, I forgot, some of the bigger cards like this, I also put some of that crackle texture on here, or the crazing, I think it's called, from Tim Holtz. And it just gives it a feel, another thing to feel. Lots of space for notes. And like I said, here's the outside of those pages. Aren't they gorgeous? That's the Victoria Design digital on the one side. And then I've got the little fairies printed on the back side. I thought they went nicely together. Little fairies. And then on this page, I've got a belly band. And it has crochet lace behind. And a couple of butterflies, a little tag down the bottom. And then again, just another good size envelope with, I made a little waterfall booklet. So I'm going to actually stamp something on the front of this later, but for now, and there's a little booklet so she can make some notes. There's the back. And there you go, lots of pages there. Easy to do. And that just closes, and I thought it went nice with this page. So I'm going to add it in there and just tuck it under the butterfly wings. And leave that there. Little tag, little butterfly, little label, little ribbon. There's another little pin. That's what's keeping this. There's a couple of pins, top and bottom of this belly button, or belly button, belly band. Anyway, there's a little girl, and more ephemera decorations, lace, die cut, crochets. This is that 3D. If I ever had only buy one, I would buy this. If I could only buy one Tim Holtz embossing folder, it would be that one. I just love it. I wish he would come up with some more like that. I'd buy them all. So there's a little girl, and there's another little girl on the card. Little inspiration on the back. There's a little mini card of inspiration card space on the back, and some paper, just a little piece of paper, so she could make a little note. And it says life and her children. And put some funky flowers behind there too. And a little butterfly that, he's one of those 3D butterflies as well. Like the pink one that was earlier. So, and he's good size. Nice little antique green button. I am willing to change and grow. And I like that page. One little girl on the front. A quote card, inspiration card. And then the bigger one that's going in the back. And yeah, that crazing on those flowers. as well. That funky paper. This little girl's holding a big rose. This little fairy. She's holding one of those. And the material on the edges as well. This one, there's a little girl. Another little girl. Quote on the back. And another little seed package. And then a big inspiration card behind the book spines. So that goes in there. And that goes in there. And that goes in there. And there's that. Beautiful. That looks like her dress. And then there's one of these little flip pages again. Put these little tabs on the front here. Top corner, I mean. So that, and there's some stamping throughout too. I did mostly the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s. And some gold music paper and burnt edges. There's another one there. That one flips up. And there's the little girl with her wings. And this is a CD case. Excuse me, CD case. And I just put this little picture in. I just love it. It's one of my very favorite pictures. And again, this is the center of the signature. I put some little things on the ends of the strings from the pamphlet stitch binding. A little butterfly and a little bit of material. And then I put this little chunk of material in here, and I've got a couple of little safety pins. These are very old, miniature, very small safety pins. And just a space there. And I've also got some of these little cards here. I haven't showed you. It's the fairy page. And I've just printed them smaller. And printed a number of them double-sided. So they will go in probably in some of those envelopes. I'll just add these for little spaces for notes as well. And yeah, add those. And flip this over. Oh, I wanted to show you. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oops. Here. I just thought that was really cool with that material in behind and pinned on like that. And this little girl, like I say, it is my favorite because it's about little girls learning to fly. And I remember very well when my granddaughter learned to fly. And I have a picture of that as well. But so there's the little girl, and she's got her little wings on, and that goes with this, which is in the back cover, which I'll show you when I get to there. It says, well, I'll tell you now. It says, "What if I fall? But oh, but my darling, what if you fly?" And there's another little fairy there. So back to here, I've got the material in there. Lots of material when you look at the layers through here. But I added that. And then we went back to the pages again. Little girl, inspiration, another little girl with a quote. And a little book. The Wooing of the Rose and other poems. And then just more of that beautiful linen paper. And then that just kind of slips in behind the book spines here. Ooh, maybe it doesn't. Oh, maybe it just fits right in there. And there and there. So like I say, some of these things I'll just probably add those in there like that as well. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Actually pretty. Brightens that up. Funky flowers, sequins, fabric. gold. Can you see that gold? Can you see that gold? And another one of those little 3D butterflies. And you get, yeah, a little note like that would be cute right there. And here, little girl, garden girl, and then some spines. These ones are books about fairies. And a little quote, little girl, no quote on her, just room to write. A little page, and then I'll just stick another little page in there. And a little bird, he's got a little heart in a ring. He's wearing a crown. Beautiful rose on this gorgeous paper. So lots of room for writing in here, anywhere she wants, and write her notes here and there and everywhere. That little girl's so cute, eh? And then the last one, I think that's my last girl, is Pansy. And more books, spines, and these ones are again about legends and fairies and whatnot. Another little quote card. And another little garden girl, blank on the back. And I'll put another piece in there. And another big quote card. I always have everything that I need to be happy. Isn't that true? Oh, I didn't color that one. I'll have to finish that one up. Leave that poking out. Here's a little bird, or butterfly. Again with wings. And some more funky flowers. Botanical labels. This hangs over. And then there's 3 little hearts. And another little quote card. Inspiration card on a fairy page. In the very back is a large pocket, same as was on the front. This one had wings. Tatting is so gorgeous. So I did the same tatting on the back here. I added some of that crocheted die cut on top of that. And made a big pocket there. And then this page is covered with fairy wings. And the little quote that we had here. What if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? And that has another little swirl of stars on here in texture. And in a beautiful envelope, I just decorated it up with some gorgeous lace and put another little book inside. And for notes. So that can go like that, and that'll go in there. And here on this, this is the scalped crochet. And so I put some material on here and covered it with, what is it called? Collage medium. And anyway, there's another little pin there. So this book closes this way, and then that folds over, and this wraps around, and then it can be pulled fairly tight. There's still lots of room for expansion. And then I just wrap it around this little button that I sewed on the front, and I've got some little antique safety pins on the front here as well, and a bit more of that material. And on the back here, I trying to find my pen. Hang on. Well, I can't find my pen, but I've left it a little space here, so if she wants to tuck a pen in here, there's space there, and that's held down with a larger antique safety pin. That's a little bit fat for there, but a pen or a pencil would be fine. So, and that's the back. It's got that doily and the material fabric ribbon that's wrapping it. There's that picture again. There's the spine. Yeah. So, that was fun. So when you look at the spine, it's like this. This is the whole back. This is the cover. Front of the corners. And the back. And there's the same print there as here, only smaller. And then there's the crocheted doily right there. And like I said, I folded it back here. And you could put a pin in, or pen in there. Put a pen in it. If I can find a pen, I would show you. Anyway, you got it. And so there you go. That's that. So I will probably be adding a few more things in here, as I do have a few more little cards and labels and tuck things. So I will probably be adding a few more of those things before I get it sent off to her. But it was fun making it. Took a while, but there it is. So I hope you like it. And oops, I hope you enjoyed watching the flip through. And I hope that you followed the tutorial and made one. Or at least, you know, were inspired to do something similar or not. Just pick up some ideas. So, thanks again for watching. And thanks for the new subbies. I'm getting quite a few now, and it's really cool. So if you like what I do, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to know when I upload, because I don't upload on a regular basis or anything, but when I do create a book, or sometimes when I'm making a book, I will create a tutorial, but I usually do a flip through once I finished a book, if that's, you know, all that you're really interested in is just seeing what's been made. There's that option. So thank you again. And please take care of yourselves. And remember to believe. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.